We're gonna do a song that you never heard before.
Volume. Here they come and get wicked. Here we go again. Ace Kennedy, my brother from another mother, was good.
What's good, man? You came in super hot. I had to turn you down.
Nah, because I'm hyped.
I see.
Hey, I'm super excited, bro, because your boy is fully back now, all the way restored out here, though, man. And I gotta go. I went through and had to do some cleanup after I thought I lost everything.
Yeah.
So I've been kind of reformatting how I want to lay some things out, though, man. And it's looking real good, though, man. So I'm hyped. What's good with you, though, man?
Man, you know, it's Friday, so it's football out here. And then, of course, you know, football in the morning. We play them Alabama boys.
Listen, bro.
What's up?
Okay. Matter of fact, let's get the music going. I want to ask you about that.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast.
If you smell what the rock.
The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time.
Try Jesus, not me, 'cause I throw hands. Try Jesus, please don't try me, because I'm fine.
Listen, it's Friday. If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the Slash Brothers YouTube and Facebook pages, as we are live on both platforms at the same time. Give you the opportunity to hit the bell. That way you get the heads up whenever your boys in live. Ace Kennedy.
He needs some milk.
Hey, you talked about we got the big Texas OU game.
No, Texas, Alabama.
I'm sorry, OU got it. Texas Alabama game. Let me ask you, what are your expectations for the game?
I'm expecting it to be a close game.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, Alabama does Alabama stuff. Texas looks good. Like, we played a team that we were supposed to beat, and we destroyed them the way we were supposed to. If we go out there knowing who Alabama is and giving them the respect that they deserve, and just go do it. Because here's the thing, right? Let's be honest. If Alabama was to lose tomorrow, not saying they are, but I'm not counting out the boys, right? But let's just say if Alabama loses, it doesn't hurt them, because they've lost traditionally a game in the past, beginning of the season. This is the second game. They wipe out everybody else and do what they do. They're going to be in the playoff conversation like they always are. But what does it do for our program? It shows that we're headed in the right direction for the SEC.
Okay. What's the score? Give me a score.
I got it 38-35 Texas.
38-35. So here's what's crazy. Somebody asked me about this. Somebody sent me a Twitter post that said that they are expecting a record level flood in Austin the day that a record level. I'm trying to make sure I'm saying this right. There's going to be a record level flood that's supposed to hit Austin shortly after the Texas Alabama game. And they said because the tears of these Longhorn fans is going to flow and cause the great flood of Texas. And I saw it though, man. And as downhearted as I am, I fell out laughing, right?
Right.
But I look at it like this though, man.
Let me ask you this though. Did you watch Texas play the first game?
I didn't watch Texas play. Admittedly, I didn't watch them play. I saw who Texas was playing. Okay, but listen, don't get me wrong. Straight up, we did what we were supposed to do against the team that we were supposed to do it against. I get that, right? But what I feel in my heart of hearts is that team that we beat, right? We're that team for Alabama. Like Alabama should take us behind the woodshed and go to work with us. And the reason why I feel like that, I personally feel like that, I know that this is this season and last season and the season before that and the season before that doesn't have anything to do with anything, right? But what I feel, bro, is that I think that the way that we play is conducive to beating Big 12 teams, right? Meaning that on any given day, I think that we can line up and our style of football will keep us in the game or be able to beat any Big 12 team. And what I feel concerned about is just that, right? I'm concerned that there are some games that I thought that we should have won, or that we wasn't as competitive as prepared for all 4 quarters. I'm specifically thinking about, granted, I know that personnel is different, but I'm thinking about the Arkansas game from last year. Mm-hmm. And I'm just sitting here looking at that, bro. And I'm thinking, okay, well, the Arkansas game to me was like one of the few games that I remember us playing where they had the quarterback, right, was great quarterback at Arkansas. I think that he might even be a second round draft pick this year, right? Caleb Williams came into the game for OU Rex Shop. You know what I'm saying? He showed himself to be the truth. But when we face those kind of quarterbacks, though, bro, I think that we haven't performed that well. And my concern is that Alabama will have us looking like the team that we played last week. And so with that being said, I think, bro, that I would be hopeful. I would be impressed, matter of fact, with Sark if we lost the game by 21 points or less. 3 touchdowns is what I think.
That's the thing, though.
40. Listen, I'm realistic. I'm realistic. I'm setting my expectations.
When I'm
42
saying
to 21.
My thing is, hearing you talk about Texas and you haven't even watched them play to know what we look like. That's what
I've seen. I didn't. But listen, they play every single Alabama game out here, and I don't have this. My thing is that, listen, okay, this is the thing about it, bro. All I'm talking about all off season long, right? All we hear out here in the SEC is which 5-star top 50 players signed to Georgia or Alabama or Clemson. And this is a regular thing, the recruiting of it out here. And when I see that, I never see Texas on that list. And my concern is that I understand how we looked against that team, and I understand that how we looked last year and building off of that. But I'm just saying that at the end of the day, I don't know that we have the players that would be able to say.
You're missing my point, though. You're saying, I hear what you're saying, but you're saying that, and you have not even seen us play. That's what's baffling to me, because it's like,
I've seen the highlights, right? Don't get me wrong. Like, it ain't like I just saw the score. I saw the highlights of the game, and I saw the score of the game.
I'm saying watching them play.
Yeah, but you can't listen, man. You can't. I think that my thing is this. I think that if you line up some 4-star athletes up against some 1-star athletes, that's what Texas is supposed to do.
Right, but this is the conversation I'm talking about, right? Had we struggled with the team that we played, I would have been concerned.
I don't think so. I would have been very concerned, right? But I'm just, to me, this is why I look at it. I look at it like this. I think that this game, to me, is a true measuring stick on how Texas will fare in the Big 12. Because here's the thing, I think, to be quite honest with you, right? This now that they made the announcement that there's going to be 12 teams that will be in the playoffs now. So they're jumping straight from 4 to 12, right? It makes me, I don't know how I feel now about Texas joining the SEC, because it almost has me thinking like, okay, well, listen, we have a better chance of at least making the playoffs. Like I'd imagine that for 12 teams, I can see 4 of those teams being SEC teams, right? Who's to say that Texas won't be one of them and whatnot, though? But I guess what I'm just saying is that I just thought that with them having 12 teams now, that it opens up the field more, and that gives us a better opportunity to get in the playoff, make something happen. And I just wonder now, with you going through that schedule of the SEC, if Texas will just play itself out of it by process of elimination.
Yeah, I'm done talking to you about it. We just gotta watch the game.
Yeah, I am gonna be on the edge of my seat about the game, though, because I truly do want to see. I've been dying to see how Texas, like I saw that we lost to Arkansas last year, and let's say we didn't have our quarterback situation A1 at the time, and I think this guy is as good as we've had since Sam Ehlinger, right? And then even Sam Ehlinger is that first one from a while. So with the quarterback who is the highest recruited quarterback we've had in quite some time, I am curious to see what we look like against the cream of the crop, right? That's what I'm looking to see, though.
Me too. I am too. Dog, did you catch Peter Rosenberg's Twitter?
No.
Bruh.
Peter Rosenberg from Hot 107.9.
Yes, and WWE correspondent.
No,
You're getting roasted right now for WWE stuff.
For what? What did he say?
Okay. So I told you the whole stuff about AEW and what they got going on with the whole, media stuff, you know what I'm saying? About what happened at All Out. So the boy Peter Rosenberg goes and posts, he said, hold on a second. I had it pulled up and then my Twitter went crazy. All right, whatever. I can't find it. But basically he was talking about I wonder why Tony Khan didn't address the stuff head on. He said, had it been Vince McMahon, then he would have.
Head on. Did he say head on?
He was like basically like he would have addressed it. He said because Vince McMahon would have addressed it, bro. No. You got it. I wish I could find the tweet.
Did he say addressed it head on though?
I don't know if he said. I'm paraphrasing. I told you that from the jump. Let me see. Peter Rosenberg.
I never go on Twitter, bro. And now you got me.
What is his handle, bro? See, Peter Rosenberg Hot 97. I need to see. I gotta see the tweet because I'm paraphrasing.
Oh
okay,
gosh,
let's see. Hot 97. Ebro. Dang. I cannot find his
Peter Rosenberg.
It's like Peter with a B something.
Don't get me wrong. But anywho, what are they saying about him though?
Okay, matter of fact, I think Bleacher Report might have sent it to me. Let's do it that way. Bleacher Report. Yeah. Oh man, they was roasted. They was talking about. So you mean he would address it like using company funds to pay off to pay people off, or he would address it like the whole Naomi and Sasha Sasha thing? Like,
Listen, I don't think that. Listen, I don't think Vince ever really did address that, did he? I
he
never
never
even saw
addressed
them.
anything. And some people was like, so he addressed it like firing people, like, thank you. We wish you well in your future endeavors. Like they been going in on that boy Peter Rosenberg, bro.
Oh my gosh! What is it? What else is he Listen, at that point, you're better off not saying anything at all because logically, he's going to come to the defense of WWE because he's a WWE guy, basically.
Well,
So it's like,
that's the thing, though. He kept it going, though. He kept responding. So,
oh my gosh, man!
Once he kept responding, them WWE fans was on him, bro.
Oh my gosh, man! It's crazy. No, so it's funny though. You mentioned Twitter. And what's crazy to me, right? I told you I very rarely go on Twitter and and I have Twitter on my phone, and sometimes I'll get updated. There are certain people that I follow on Twitter just to give them a follow, right? Usually, if you follow me, I follow you back on Twitter for what that's worth. But I'll get notifications, and it just basically is, people say, "Oh, this Twitter's going ham over blah 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 trending topic," and I'll typically go on and look and everything. So, of course, yesterday, Queen Elizabeth died, right? And so very, very unfortunate. But what was surprising to me was the very mixed reaction to her passing, right?
Yeah.
What was craziest to me about the whole thing was that Queen Latifah was trending because of that, right? Because this is Black Twitter doing what Black Twitter does. And I fell out because everybody was like, yo, who? And I saw this thing on TikTok. This girl died. I fell out laughing. She's doing a little skit that she did though, man. And she says, girl, you will not believe the queen died. And she said, oh my God. She said, oh my gosh. Then she said, Beyonce? And the girl was like, no. She said, Zendaya? She was like, no. Lupita? No. Cardi B? No. Megan? They was like, no. And then they named all these people. She said, not Tracy Ellis. Tracy Ellis Ross. She was like, no. She said, who? Who? Not Tracy Ellis Ross. So then she said, Latifah? And they was like, no. He said, who? She said, Queen Elizabeth. They was like, oh, hell, who was that? And I fell out laughing because I'm just blown away about this mixed reaction because
right.
She may have, they said that she will likely have the most expensive funeral that we'll ever see in our lifetime because of one, the funeral arrangements, but the other parts about it is that they were saying that England will stop doing business. They're shutting down England for like 12 days in observance of her passing and the coordination of Prince Charles. And so they were like, yo, this is going to cost them a couple of $1 billion and just holding up the economy, holding up life out there though, man.
Let me ask you this. What's Meghan Markle and them doing?
Oh my gosh. I don't know, man. Like, listen, I mean, they're going to go to show face, right? I think they're going to go to show face.
But what happens to them afterwards, though?
I think they just go back to doing their own thing because they've already gave up their noblehood or whatever their.
I mean, I get it, but their last level of protection though was her.
I don't think so. I don't think that was necessarily. I think that because Prince Charles is now the king, and then Harry's older brother would be the next one in line. I think that in the end, you know what it is. In the end, Harry is Damien, right? On House of the Dragon, right? It's just unless something happens, and God forbid. I think who's Harry's brother? I think it's William. If his whole family, something happens to them whole family at one time, then Harry would be in line, but he won't be coming. So him giving up his stake as a royal, though, I think that he only lost some of the perks, of course, but he would never be in line to necessarily be a king anyway, though. So
I wasn't talking about being in line. I'm just talking about she kind of made sure that he was still straight though. But now that
I think that I thought that he gave up everything. I thought that he walked away from everything and I thought that she specifically was instrumental in saying that, oh, when you walk, you don't get nothing. Like, I thought that she basically doubled down on that though. Yeah, so it is interesting though, man, because you see all the memes and everything like that have been coming on out about it right away. Like, I'm talking about no time. Oh my gosh. One of the funny things that I saw about this is that somebody said, "Hey, y'all need to make sure to go tell Stacey Dash though, brother, the queen of passed."
Oh my God, bro. Listen, friend of the show, we are not finna pick on Stacey Dash.
I felt bad. I said, no, y'all ain't gonna do that to Stacey Dash.
Y'all ain't finna do that.
I'm not
Friend
gonna
of
do
the
that
show.
to Stacey Dash. She had she had came out like last week, right? And was saying a full year later that she was just now finding out that DMX had passed away, and she was in
but see, people
tears
going in
distraught.
on that. That's not what she was crying about. See, people took that and ran with it. She was crying because she found out that DMX passed because of cocaine. That's what it was.
Well,
and she said, and she was like, I know from experience what that can do, and I'm sad that he lost his battle with it. So she was saying, I'm just now finding out that when he passed, it was because of cocaine. Y'all ain't finna do my girl like that.
Yeah, man, they was on her though, man. So they said,
friend of the show, Stacey Dash.
Make sure she get the heads up that the queen that passed away though, bro. I said,
that's
oh
funny,
my
though.
gosh,
That's funny.
man. I said, oh my gosh. But Queen Latifah is still alive though, bro. So we good. We got the queen though, man. But that when people started, when they was like Beyonce, I said, oh my gosh, though, man. Yeah. Yep. But I don't know. So there was the backlash though, right? I saw some people and they was like, listen, the queen has been the queen since 1952 is when she was, when she was introduced as the queen. And ever since then, I mean, you have to also think that there's been a lot, like everything basically if you are our age or hell, if you're 90 something years old, right? Everything that you can associate with your lifetime, she's been the queen of. So that also means that all the colonization still that occurred after that in the 1950s, 1960s, all these wars that were taking place in the name of England under the regime of the queen, though, man. A lot of people are like, yo, they name it Kenya, Sierra Leone, maybe not about Sierra Leone, but there were all of these colonies there that had went to war in the name of the king. You had all of them, man. India, you had their colony, though, man. So people's like, listen, are y'all just as sad, or did y'all feel that same kind of energy about those things, though, bro? So yeah, it's been wild though, man. Very wild. I didn't expect that reaction from her though, man. Like I just wasn't. As being a big James Bond fan, they always talk about the queen. Like, all right, to the queen, long live the queen. That's all I've ever heard. So to hear that she didn't have the biggest fan club, it's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Boy, Pat Bev out here setting it off, bro. He said, LeBron them, I'm not playing with LeBron them. They get to play with me. I'm the one that made the playoffs last year. They did. What's your response to that, bro?
I'm not gonna cap. It's a dope response, man.
Is this your game? Huh?
It's a dope response. It's like this. This is how you know. No pun intended, that Patrick Beverly is a wolf, right? But it's why if you are a Laker, you might just be kind of keeping your eye out on him from a distance, because he is. I think that Patrick Beverly wasn't just joking, right? I think he was dead serious, and that's where it's like, okay, well, bro, you right, but it ain't like you just won a championship, right? And then it's almost like, all right, well, you know what,
his response would have been, but you're right, we didn't win a championship, but
they didn't either. We made the playoffs to contend, right? And it's so much. It's so much. I think that I think Patrick Beverly. People talk about players that have baggage, and they talk about off court baggage. I think Patrick Beverly is one of those that have. I don't know if it's just on court baggage. You can call it on court baggage. It's mental baggage as well. Like I think, bro, that it's gonna really push. I don't know.
But here's
I
the
don't
thing,
know,
you know,
man.
quiet as it's kept though, for real in real life, he's one of the closest friends to LeBron James.
Patrick Beverly.
Yes.
Patrick, you know what's
So
crazy? Patrick Beverly said that he has been he on the court, right? He's been traded so many times because of LeBron James. Like in deals, right? In deals to
yeah,
move players around and everything like that. Like he's been involved in several trade deals because of LeBron James.
yeah, but LeBron put him on the team. So okay, this is what happened. Patrick Beverly went to one of LeBron's camps growing up,
Mhm.
right? And so then when he was like trying to get on, he didn't make the team or whatever, and LeBron got him on the practice squad. And from that point is when he finally got put on. So he's like, no, LeBron basically put me on because it was a phone. I got a number from somebody, and I called LeBron and talked to him personally, and then I got on the practice squad. So like he's really, and he said all throughout my career I've talked to LeBron. Like I've asked him questions, we've talked, like I've met family, like I'm like for real. That's his dude.
Yeah. No, I think that's dope. I just, bro, I just wonder though, man. Like, and so the one thing I can say that is a little different, right, is that Patrick Beverly has been a role player his entire career, right, in the NBA. Russell has not been. Russell's been the guy for the most part. And I think that even though you can say or you just want to do whatever is needed to win, I don't know how. It takes a long time for that being the guy to wash away, right? Like I think Melo had been the guy, and I think that what kind of humbled Melo was that sitting out that year and people saying that, and so I think that he had to reinvent himself and accept that he wasn't that guy. And the thing that's crazy though, bro, is that I don't know that Russ has ever had to be humbled in that regard. So right to where you say, okay, you know what? This is gonna force you, right? To now from going to be the guy to say, I gotta play my role, right? That's what I think is gonna be that I think that's where I wonder still that why Russ isn't that great of a fit with the Lakers.
I mean, I still think Russ is going to be Russ. I just think that it's going to be in a different capacity. Like, I mean, I think, for instance, I think that when LeBron and Dwayne Wade and Bosh got together, they were in a different capacity. But the difference is obviously Dwayne Wade lost a step, and you know Chris Bosh was coming off of injuries and stuff like that. So,
see, I think that where it's different though is that so when LeBron came to Miami, Dwayne Wade conceded. In order for them to come on out there, Dwayne Wade says, "You are the number one guy." So then it forced him to take a role. But then even with that, when Chris Bosh went, right, Chris Bosh went there knowing that he'd have to take a reduced role. So he was averaging like 25 a game and then went to Miami. I don't think he ever averaged over 21. He was like 18, 19 a game. But I think that it was also, to me, he played with good players, right? But then it's like to play with somebody who you can say, okay, this person clearly is the guy. It forced you to basically.
What I'm saying is this: it was a very bad example. I could have used Boston as a better example. I could have even used the Clippers as a better example. I just feel like that when I say like Russ knows that the team belongs to LeBron. He knew that. He knew that coming into it.
Right.
That's not the issue. I just think that again, Russ is still going. There's still going to be times when LeBron goes off the floor. Russ is still going to be the floor general to do the stuff that he does,
Right.
and that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
It's just going to be. It's going to be a reduced role. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, man. This is. To keep it 1,000, right? I don't even think that, Doc. If Russ just didn't turn the ball over as much, right? I don't think nobody would even care or even say that much about the shooting, right? The 3-point shooting specifically, right? Like I'm just saying, like if Russ, let's just say hypothetically, if Russ turned the ball over half the amount of times that he did before, I think if you get Russ turning the ball over half the amount of time, you get AD back, right? And you get LeBron playing, both of them play 70-something games. I think the Lakers could be a top 4 team in the West. Right?
I do. I think that if they would have had the time to gel, and then you had a consistent lineup, people started that like they had the opportunity to gel. I think they would have made the playoffs, and I think they could. And I ain't even talking about the buy-in games. I'm talking about actually made the playoffs.
Yeah. I think so too.
I think they would have probably been 6 or 7.
I could see that. I mean, there are some teams, man, that I just think that I think I don't know if they just got better rosters than the Lakers. Like I think that the Nuggets, even though the Lakers got LeBron, I think the Nuggets just got a better roster than the Lakers. I think that I'm gonna be honest. The only team that I just don't think have a better roster than the Lakers that I think would be comparable to them would be the Mavs. I think it's like the Mavs got Luka, and that's basically it. But and a couple other guys. Who they picked up?
Listen, I'm very excited about this college football season and the NBA season.
I'm excited about all 3. College, NBA, I'm excited about the NFL this year, and I'm also excited about the NBA. I think that for the NBA, what I am excited about, right, when it comes to the NBA, is that I do want to see what the next up teams. I want to see what they do.
Yeah. I hated that Chet got injured, bro, because I really wanted to see the Thunder actually use their young boys. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I still think they will. I just hope we don't get into the whole tank thing. I want them to actually compete this year because, the Thunder can go. And like you said, we wasting away Shea's years. But
if they got a losing record leading up to January, they're gonna trade Shea, bro.
I don't think so, but
I think they go. If they losing by January, bro, I think Shea is out of there, man. I think they're gonna trade him because at that point, you officially are tanking to where you got to get the value out that somebody else would see out of Shea. And so then you look into that whole, I don't know, because he's fresh into his big max deal still, though, man. And so I don't know. I'd hate to see Shea do something and get traded to like the Pistons or the Sacramento Kings or something like that. Like if I see him go somewhere, I'd want to see him really go to a contending team, though. Yeah.
Maybe he'll go to Brooklyn and then the Thunder will buy out Kyrie.
Yeah, something like that can happen. Yeah. I'm excited about the football season in NFL. I know that the Bills beat the brakes off of, and I ain't gonna say beat the brakes off of, they beat the Rams. But what's your expectation with your boys this year, man?
I really don't know. I've been seeing a lot of injury stuff come up on the thing, so I don't really know what we gonna look like. I just need to see the first game. I don't have expectation. Like I ain't no Cowboys fan claiming we going to the Super Bowl. I just want to see what we do, bro. That's pretty much it.
You know what? Oddly enough, though, man, here's the one thing that I am excited about. I don't have expectations for my team just because I know that Jameis Winston is coming off of messing his knee up, and I know that our defense is elite. I expected we would make the playoffs, but I don't know what we'll do after that, though, man. And I'm nervous because like we saw the there was a Madden simulated. I don't know how many times they simulate. I think it's like 1,000 times or whatever. And according to this simulation, the Dallas Cowboys would have Dak Prescott as the MVP. Apparently, he would throw like 57 touchdowns and like 5,000 yards or whatever. But they said that they would be losing in the NFC Championship, but they would be losing to the Saints. And what's crazy about that implies that the Saints will be going to the Super Bowl. And I'm just like, that is hopeful, but I don't know that our offense is that good just yet, because I don't know what we look like with Michael Thomas yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's solid, bro, I think that we could do something, man. But yeah, I like our rookie Olave that we got, the other wide receiver. He dope, bro. He the real thing. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's up there for like rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year. But I'm excited. I'm more so, like I said, the same way I'm excited about the for the NBA next ups, like the Memphis Grizzlies, to see what they do there. I'm also excited about the next up, like these other new wide receivers that just kind of jumped on the scene that everybody thought was good, like the Jamar Chase, the Justin Jeffersons, all of them. I want to see Cooper Kupp run it back to see what he do. I'm mainly interested in seeing what the wide receivers do this year, because I mean, you got to think though, man, like Michael Thomas on our team, people regarded him before he got hurt. That was 2 years ago as the number one wide receiver. And the last time he was good, Odell Beckham was also in that conversation. Julio was in that conversation. Like, and now you got this changing of the guards for the wide receivers though, man. And I'm excited to see what happens there though, man.
Yo, do you watch the Hard Knocks?
No, I do not.
Bro, I love watching that, bro.
Yeah, I
do,
for
man.
No reason. No, for no reason.
I really like. Listen, I know that I don't expect Detroit to do anything, but I love their coaches, bro. They got like Deuce Staley. They got Mark Burnell as the quarterback's coach. They have oh my gosh, I can't think of the head coach, but the head coach, bro, he looked like he could put on some pads right now. Like every one of them have played in the league, but they were good players in the league. You know what I'm saying? Just their motivation, because you know they only won 3 games last year, and so it like I said, I don't expect Detroit to do anything, but it ain't gonna be for the lack of effort by the coaching staff.
Hey, listen, man. Trust me, I'm hopeful that listen, you know what? Next year, right? Next year, the NFL draft is gonna be in Detroit. I'm trying to go out there with my boy Courtney, though, man. I said, listen, bro, I know that Detroit hasn't had nothing to root for since Herman Moore and Barry Sanders, boy. I know that. And then, you know, because he went out to LA when Matt Stafford played. I think when they played against Detroit out there and everything like that. And I think he still kind of rooted for Matt Stafford and everything like that, though, man. But I said, bro, they ain't have a whole lot going for Detroit football wise. I said, but yo, we might have to go out to the D and make that happen. Like, I would go out there for the draft and go out there and wild out with you one time.
Have you ever been to a National Football League game?
No.
Me neither.
No. And listen, I won tickets, good tickets, to a Falcons game, and I think it was a Falcons and Saints game. And I think that, and I didn't get a chance to go, but part of the reason why that is the game that I would go to, the Falcons and Saints. Before I go to any other game, I would want to go to that game, and then I can see about doing something else. But that's the game that I would go to.
I see. I was just thinking, like, I could see me going to Chicago versus Dallas.
Listen, and so you know what's funny though, bro? Maybe I need to get listen, let's talk about this, bro. We get to the point though, man, when we need to update our bucket list and have that as a thing though, bro, that we do, even if it's a once a year thing. If there's a good game that your team is going to, like here's the thing about it. Like, I think that you should go to a Bears-Packers game, right? Isn't that's like y'all big game every year, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing though. For one, I ain't like until Soldier Field or whatever field they get a dome. I ain't going to no cold game, bro. They got to be playing them in the beginning of the season.
Yeah. See, that's the good thing when the Saints play against the Falcons is that they both play in domes, right? But I think that, bro, that should be something we need to add to the bucket list, bro. Like maybe even if we can alternate, you come to my team game and then we go out to your team's game, and then whoever else want to jump in that circle. Because like I said, the Detroit is hosting the draft, and I saw how big that's become. And I was like, yo, we got to go ahead and check that on out, though, bro. He was like, let's do it. And Courtney's very much a planner, though, bro. And he's one of them like, all right, we can go ahead and start. Here goes some hotels that's gonna be around the corner. He'll lay it all out, though, man. And so, yeah. That should be something.
Speaking of Courtney, bro, I got an interesting text message from him, man.
Talk to me.
Got an interesting text message. Because when I saw his name pop up, I'm like, all right, what's going on? I thought, he was hitting me up for some shoes or something. He was like, yo, you was talking about that Tank album, bro. That thing fire, bro. He had like 5 fire emojis. I said, you need to make sure you tell Charles that. Yes. Finally got that unbiased opinion.
Listen, I didn't say that it wasn't good, though.
You didn't. You just said it wasn't no 10 out of 10 or no 9 out of 10.
No, it wasn't that. I think
I think I stand like now that because what's crazy for real in real life, I have gone back to revisit the album. I will say it's probably an 8.
Okay.
Because more and more I find myself listening to the Tank records.
The songs that you like them a lot.
Yeah, the Tank records.
Yes.
So the second half of the records is more industry. Like this is what let me just do what the R&B boys is doing.
Yeah.
And again, he sounds good doing it, but that's just not his lane, right? Like he said, like the Tank songs are just immaculate, bro. Like them things, like I don't know. Yeah,
I can see that.
It's a solid 8.
You know what's crazy? So I gave it a 7, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think I gave it either a 6 or a 7.
I think you gave it a 7.
Okay,
you didn't go that low.
Yeah. I don't think I did. But listen, you know what's funny? It's funny you say that because you talk about going back and listen to. So oddly enough, I only do this when I'm by myself. I'm crazy enough, but I listen to the Beyonce all over again more.
Yeah,
and the more I listen to it, the more I like it. I still rate it where I rate it, but like I said, I think I gave it like an 8, but it's in comparison to other Beyonce albums. But even though I got it rated not as high as some of the other albums, and I don't like it as much as some of the other albums, I do like it a whole lot, though, bro.
Yeah.
Like I like it more the more I listen to it.
And I actually I started listening to the R.A. Lennox. It's fine, but it's more of the same of what we already do. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, what is crazy? So I just realized, right? I've been listening to the Khaled, right?
Yeah.
And listen, this is the tough. So I've been listening to Khaled, but specifically, I've been listening to the God did the Jay-Z verse, the Jay-Z part all over again. And listen, man, this goes back to a question that I asked you some months ago. Like, when was the last time one of your favorite people re-impressed you, right? Where it's like they said something that's better than or as good as what made you fall in love with them as an artist. And it's crazy to me because like I want to go through and listen all the way through the Khaled, but it's like the second song on it, so I'm stopping there every time. But I've actually so that's one point. But I've actually listened to the Khaled, and it's cool. Like it's very like this. It's very industry standard, except that it's like all right, if y'all gonna do this industry sound, this is the highest level of that, right? Who do we talk about that I would say the first Drake that came out, not the EDM thing, whatever. It came out when we said, "Oh yeah, it's cool for the Drake song." Lover Boy, Certified Lover Boy. Yeah, it sounded like, okay, well, this is what everybody's doing, and this is the highest level of that sound. I think that the Khaled is very much that. Like when I listen to it, I mean, it's very quality music based off of what people are doing. The thing that I think that's just crazy to me about it is that the Jay-Z part, though, it's like the only like groundbreaking song that I've heard so far, and I'm probably like 7-8 songs through it now. But you mentioned Ari Lennox, and I thought about that just because I saw somewhere where J. Cole said that he thought that this particular Ari Lennox kind of reminds him, or would a comparable album would be like Songs in A Minor, Alicia Keys. I was like, okay, I got to listen to it now. If you said that Ari Lennox, is it that? Because Songs in A Minor had some bangers.
But you know, I what I've noticed is I have to be in the mood to listen to music, right? I didn't go into like, let me find something new. It just so happened I just pulled up Tidal, and boom, it was there. So I was like, let me check this out. Charles be talking about her a lot. Let me just check her out.
I like her, man.
Yeah, she sounds good. And I think even the first song was with it was either with Seven Streeter or one of the girls.
One with Summer Walker.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was a Summer Walker. I knew it was one of them. So yeah, that was the first song on the album. Again, it sounds good, but it just like we was talking about with Tink, right? Like it just it's just in that bubble.
Yeah,
I can see. Right. So for me, I haven't
listened to it yet, but her songs are in that.
Yeah. But for me, like LMA's album just like had a vibe, bro. Like it was.
I
really digged it. But the answer to your question, no cap, is really Tank. Like when I heard his new project, it reminded me of why I like Tank.
Okay, I'm not gonna even cap. Let me sit up.
Yeah.
Let me sit up. I can see that with the Tank.
Yeah. And I'm talking about the first half of the record.
Songs.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Like you said, he has the When We, right? He has the like those records. So now what are you gonna do, right? And this is one thing that I will say that surprised me, because when I heard Slow, that was the single he put out. It was like his third single. I was like, okay, this is cool. I like Jay Valentine, but when I heard it in the order on the record, on the album, it really gave that song life. Like now it like, yo, it's a vibe, bro. Yeah.
I can see that. Like for me, the last time I would have said was probably Kendrick. When Kendrick came out with his album, though. That was probably it. But you know what's on the cool?
About that. What's up?
Kendrick. But my dude, Toby Nightway, his stuff. Like every time this is funny to me because I hear his one song at a time. Like I've never heard a whole. I'm like on his Mint Green phase, right? I haven't seen, like, I only listened to that particular song. But what I think is dope is he got this song with CeeLo Green that I think is fire song. And then but what I like about him is that I like that every time I listen to him, I like him all over again. Like if it was my first time hearing him, like I feel like that every time. Like I'm that impressed by him though, man. Very few people that I listen to are like that though.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, you been up on this House of Dragons?
Yeah. I'm waiting for the listen, I'm on top of Dragons. I'm up on top of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
like I you know, it's funny. I'm about to watch it now, but I think that what's crazy is that you know what I have not watched. I laughed too when you was talking about it yesterday.
She-Hulk.
Yeah, I haven't watched a single episode
Bro,
of it.
it's what I like about it is it's on this island by itself, bro. Like it doesn't take itself too serious. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And so like she breaks the fourth wall. All the cameos are dope. I like it. I enjoy it.
I listen. I was listening in. I said, "Yo, is he saying She-Hulk?"
I was saying it. I know I was. I know I was. But we was having fun though, man.
But I gotta listen, man. I think that right now I'm at a really good spot with, like, for me, this is the crazy thing because like every day I have like an hour, especially now that and more so because I haven't had my laptop and everything like that. But I've had like a period where I've just been having like at least an hour to 2 hours to kill. And so every day, I like that Lord of the Rings only comes on Fridays, right? I like that Dragons come on Sundays. I like that because now it's like on that day that I ain't gotta. Either I can catch up, you know what I'm saying, or I still got something scheduled like a planned watch though, man. So yeah.
But look, if you ever have an hour to kill, bro, there's a show and it's in the second season. So you got the whole first season and then catch up with the second season. It's a show on HBO Max called Industry.
You've been telling me about it.
Bro, did you ever watch Succession?
Nope.
Oh my God, bro.
I did listen. I'm not gonna lie. I did start watching Rap-ish.
See,
and I like it.
I want to watch it. Sarah, that was the one of, you know how we do, bro, where me and Sarah were supposed to watch it. She started watching it without me. And then so it's just like it's like really low on my totem pole because it's like you just completely took me out of it.
Same. So this was funny. So Neek started watching it, and then let me tell you what's crazy. Neek started watching it, and I was thinking that she was like on episode like 4, right? And I was like, okay, it's a wrap there for me. But then I didn't realize, right, that she wasn't really on episode 4. She just fell asleep on like round 1, 2, and 3, 4 just kept on playing though, man. So we got a chance to go back and watch it, and it's pretty good though, man. I like that. I like where I like, you know what I like? I like some of the parallels and the authenticity of trying to get into it. Like there are some points where she's just like, oh y'all, she's like, I'm done. I'm retiring though, man. Y'all lost the real one. Yeah, all y'all don't want nothing new. Y'all just want more of this same whack, whatever. I thought that was hilarious to me though, bro.
Nah, I do want to check it out, but man, yeah, there's some shows on the table, bro. Succession and Industry, and then dog, I started watching the Manti Te'o joint on Netflix.
Yeah,
bro, that's a crazy doc, bro. That's a crazy doc. Yeah.
No, man. So what you got lined up for the weekend then?
Man, I'm about to head to this to the Midwest City Dale City game.
Okay.
And then tomorrow I'm watching the game. Yeah. And then I don't know what we're doing tomorrow night. And then, Sunday at the church house. And then, that's about it. I recorded a little bit today. My voice is still not there. Like, it's frustrating because it's like I got these last 2 songs left and my voice is just not there yet.
Man, listen, so this is what's funny. Now that I'm back up and running though, man, I feel like I got a golden backlog of these recordings. So this is the one thing that's crazy. I got a song written where it's just rap. It's on some 90 BPM kind of stuff though, man. And I know the raps is dope, super, super, super dope. And it's a already finished song that for some reason I just like, I haven't gotten the beat that I want just yet though. But this particular song is like, it has to, so I'm like, I kind of feel like I'm gonna, like this weekend I want to work on making that beat, that epic beat for this particular flow, because it's like, yeah, it's one of them ones though, man. So I'm hoping that I can go ahead and just start to tap back in there, pick up where I left off, but also going that much harder though, man. So yeah, now that I'm back up and running, I'm hoping to do that. And then I think the other thing too, though, man, is that I'm still house hunting, and so I'm spending a lot of time on looking around, and so maybe I can go check out a couple new cribs though, bro. But I'm trying to move into something with the basement so I can get the lab all the way official though, man. Yeah.
Hey man, while you on the search for stuff, check be looking out for that never knew, and send me the updated track for that.
Man, listen, I might have that thing. I got it pulled on up now, and I'll send it on over to you.
Yeah, because I think if you sent me the session, I should be able to just pull it up. I think, depending on what drums you used.
I think that I might got some drums that you don't got, but I can see the ways for them though.
Yeah. Just send it, put it in a Prism Drive, and I'll get it. Because I'm trying to. I got to get Chris on it ASAP. Yeah, because. Yeah.
You know what's funny though, man? I laugh because I got of these of the songs that I have that I want to record of the 4 songs, right? So I laugh because 2 of the songs have flow cadences that are different from what I've played around with before that I haven't done. So now that I've been playing around with, I'm purpose because we had the conversation about you said, oh yeah, how come you always you cool to sound, you sound almost the same on all the blah 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 blah. So this one, it's one of those where I'm still kicking my swag to it, but the cadence of this is just different from what I typically would do. But it's also because these particular beats are made like I made these beats with the intention of giving them to someone else. Yeah. Now that I've been listening to them, I just like, all right, I'm gonna keep them. So, and then I'm just gonna rhyme to how I thought somebody else would rhyme to it, but saying the stuff that I would say to it, though.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm hyped though, man. It's back to the music, man, for me.
That's what's up. Yeah, I mean that's what I've been about. I mean, obviously, I'm still getting ready for the state fair, which free tickets are still available. All you got to do is share that post. And follow the rules on there. I already got some people signed up. So yeah, me and the boy Rocky getting ready for that.
Listen, man, I'm trying to decide too if I'm gonna go ahead and drop this new before I go on vacation or after I come back from vacation. I think I'm gonna wait till I come back.
Yeah, that's always the thing when you're sitting on something.
Yeah, I'm sitting on it and I'm waiting. I've been waiting for it, but in the meantime, though, me and the good folks over at Cinematic might just be linking back up to try to see if we can do something else, though, man. But
what's funny though is because I was sitting on mine too, and I was like, all right, because I was gonna put it on the actual birthday.
Yeah, they was burning the hole in your pocket.
And I had to just do it the day before. But somebody actually
mine for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, because yours was done before mine. There was a dude that actually shared it today. So I thought that was dope. So, yeah.
Well, the one thing. So this is my problem, right? So my problem always is that as the creative and as the person who you are doing everything yourself, like for me, like if I sit on it too long, I'm gonna find something else that I might want to do. I could have did this, I could have did that, So what's funny about it is that even now, just this morning, I was like, yo, I got this idea that would have been kind of cool. And it's all for just one line of this song, though, man. And I was just like, nah, I'm gonna hold off on it, man.
That's the thing. Like, for me, when I'm releasing stuff, it's like it's got to be a build to something. So,
yeah. Well, listen, man, that's all I got, though. What about you, man?
Oh, that's it, bro. Like I said, yeah, it's gonna be pretty busy over here, but no, man, yo, thank y'all so much for hanging out with you boys on a Friday. Enjoy y'all's weekend. Please be safe out there. Too much stuff is happening to too many people. So keep diligent. And yo, we the Slash Brothers. That's Charlie. I'm Ace. We out.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Oh boy. Some slash